Hey everybody, welcome to my review for Hush Collector's Edition. This is now available in 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Shout Studios, their branch Scream Factory, which we all know and love. This is an exciting moment here because this was relegated. I'm not relegated, but this was a Netflix exclusive movie for many years since it came out. It's a Blumhouse film. It's an early Mike Flanagan film. Also stars Kate Siegel, um, his wife and frequent collaborator. This big movie here that is coming in a 4 disc set. So let's check it out here. So there's disc one, it's a 4K Ultra HD. The big deal about this one is the Shush Cut, a new way to watch it, which gets its own disc here. And then there's a Blu-ray disc that has, for just Blu-ray, it has both the original and the Shush Cut. And then there's a disc that has just bonus materials, all the supplemental features on here. Hush is a awesome little home invasion movie with classic, just primal thrills, playing with the medium, using a deaf protagonist, mute deaf protagonist as the final girl in a slasher type situation, and playing around with sensory, senses, and playing cat and mouse a bit with this, and a killer who just gets too into the situation that ultimately causes this to be a bigger battle than it should have been with with him, or whatnot. But you've seen Hush. Let's talk about the Shush Cut that has come up for this. So Mike Flanagan and Kate Siegel said when they were conceptually designing that this was to be shot on film and shot in black and white was what they originally wanted to. And the studios, the backers were like, well, we're not going to put that out if that's the case. That was part of those, I think, a deal breaker. So, they filmed in color, and it's a good movie in color. They tell you about it on here, but through the production of trying to put a black and white version up for this release, they just I don't want to spoil the bonus features, but there was a discovery there that also led to a sound design change for the Shush Cut. So there's a whole new sound mix for the Shush Cut as well. So this is a whole new experience. It's without score. That's one thing, but it's also got some like heightened sound effects to it. And some soundscaping and things like that that really make for a different experience, and one that I quite liked a bunch. It's a very interesting movie in black and white. I know everybody likes to try the just flipping, like, oh, let's just make it black and white. Let's just make it black. I feel like The Mist made that popular, but The Mist was intended for black and white. This was intended for black and white, so they've tried to make it close to the intention. But it's quite fun this way. I like it a lot. When we get to the audio, I'm going to tell you like how nutso they go with with how you can watch this movie. It's quite good. But Hush, Kate Siegel is a phenomenal lead here, as is the guy, the killer in it. It's just, I mean, it's some of these movies, like, it's not complex. That the complexity is in the nature of our lead. That's its complexity. It's a simple story, core elements, core horror filmmaking, everything like that, and that's where it impresses because Flanagan shows he's above the rest by taking simple things and making them such an awesome movie. He understands character. He understands visual language, and this movie's all about visual language since we have a mute and deaf protagonist, and it's pretty awesome. I always like this movie. I give it like a 3.5 out of 5. If you haven't checked out Hush, check it out. It's pretty good. I think now I don't know if it's on Netflix still, but you can rent it digitally. You can buy it digitally, and you're going to be able to own it, which is one of the coolest things because there's a lot of these streaming shows, movies, and stuff you're not going to be able to do this with. Some of them disappear. They're gone. Where'd they go? Hush, we can now own Hush. And it got put in the right hands because you get a good collector's edition like this. Let's go to the video first. It's a 2.5. It's in 235 1. The original aspect ratio, HEVC H.265 encoding for 2160p 4K presentation. Um, the video for in color looks perfect, pristine, good. There's no issues with crushing or anything or banding because it's a very dark movie, so that could very well happen. The color saturation is solid and stuff. It's not really a little pop type film. It's a little got a little bit more muted look to it. With the colors, but the outdoors and stuff with the leaves and things like that look quite nifty. It's a more rustic looking movie, so like the colors and stuff are your browns, grays. There's some nice blues in there too, but it's not really one that with the pop. So pretty good. Black and white looks very very awesome. It's got nice grays, blacks, variation of color, good saturation there. The whites really strike quite well. Um, Very crisp, sharp image with a lot of detail. So it's quite strong. I give both of them a 4.5 out of 5. I don't think they're like perfect, but they're really really good. Um, Transfers here. So that's what I give both Shush and the original cut. Now, when we go to the audio here, pull up my notes here because I got it here. But so um, there's a surprise here that wasn't on the listed on the specs or on the back of this box. But lo and behold, there's a Dolby Atmos mix for both movies, which is awesome. That wasn't listed. So the audio's on the Hush, the original cut. There's a Dolby Atmos for it. There's 5.1 uh, lossless audio, DTS HD. There's a stereo DTS HD for it. Now, here's the fun part. You can watch either the 5.1 DTS HD or 2.0 stereo DTS HD of the Shush Cut audio with the color presentation. Pretty nifty. Also on disc one with the original cut, you get an audio commentary with Mike Flanagan, actor and co-writer Kate Siegel, and actors Samantha Sloyan, John Gallagher Jr., and Michael Trucco. It also has English SDH subtitles. Pretty cool. Now, when you go to the Shush Cut of the movie, here are the audios. There is a Dolby Atmos for the Shush Cut, which was not listed on the box or the specs. So it's a nice surprise. Then you also get the 5.1 and 2.0 DTS HDs for the original cut and the Shush Cut on here. So you can watch the Shush Cut with the original audio mix. So technically, you can watch this movie like 4 times differently. There's 4 different ways to watch this movie, not counting commentaries. There's also a commentary with Mike Flanagan and Kate Siegel here, exclusive to the Shush Cut. The Shush Cut also has English SDH subtitles. Audio mix, awesome. Quite good. Both versions really plays with the speakers hearing things all around. Good, clear stuff. I think the Shush Cut audio is better than the original audio when it comes to the sound because it's heightening it because it's all it's got is effects and things like that. So things are a little bit more heightened and stuff. And there's some warbles and stuff to try to simulate the deaf persona or whatever. That's quite good. But I'm going to give it overall a 4.5 out of 5. This is awesome. Good, loud, very good volume, mixing the volume around, just playing with the levels and stuff. So things that get loud if they need to. Your subwoofer hits its sound effects at the right, amounts of intensity that's accurate to the screen and stuff. It's loud when it needs to be loud when it hits, but it's quite good. But yeah, like it really plays with your speakers. Good vocals right from the center channel, mostly from the center, from up front. And yeah, good clear audio. Makes you feel present in the rooms and things like that. So definitely a 4.5 out of 5 on that. Now, we're gonna go to the bonus features. So the bonus features, the first 3 discs have quote unquote no bonus features. That'd be the 2 4K discs and the Blu-ray. But If you choose the shush cut, you can play it with an introduction from Mike Flanagan and Kate Siegel, where they talk about how it came about, their thoughts on it, and everything else. So it's like 4 minutes. You can watch them. Mike Flanagan does say he prefers the shush cut of all of them. So, but if you pop in disc four, here's the bonus features on there. Starting with a feature-length picture-in-picture video commentary with Mike Flanagan, Kate Siegel, Samantha Sloyan, John Gallagher Jr., and Michael Trucco. So this is the commentary for the original version of the film, and you can watch it. They're all in a theater room, 2 rows. It's got microphones and stuff. And so, like up here in this top corner, you have the film, and then you're watching them watch the film and talk about it. It's pretty neat, pretty awesome. But why not? Very cool. So we got a lot of interviews on this. The Dance Macabre, Mike Flanagan on Hush. This is 30 minutes of him talking about going from how he started movies, and he's sitting by his Stephen King thing. A lot of people are sitting in front of a Stephen King shelf of his like book novel collection and stuff like that. It's kind of neat. But he talks about his how he came up becoming a filmmaker and stuff like that. And this is where, remember when Justin Beam was on the show who did all these interviews, when he talks about them remaking Goodfellas, or not Goodfellas, The Untouchables, and with the VHS with camcorder and stuff like that, and it's great. These scenes, there's like a bartender scene that just did not disappoint. Pretty awesome stuff to hear, and Flanagan's great to hear talking about film, things like that. So it's a great interview. Kate Siegel is on next. It's called To Stand Alone, and it's talking about it's 20 minutes talking about her position in the film and how her and Flanagan came together. And there's a whole deal between them where like, well, the people warned them about working together on it, and like Flanagan even said, like he's like, you know what, we're gonna get this movie done, we're gonna break up, or we're gonna get married, and they got married. So that's very cool. We have the constant reader, actress Samantha Sloyan on Hush. It's like 6 minutes. She talks about her part and how she got in it and how she knew Kate. Kate Siegel brought her into this, and that's how she met Mike Flanagan. She heard about them dating and stuff, but she met him on the set of that movie. The Shape of Silence, actor John Gallagher on Hush, and he talks about how he got brought in with the film. This one's like another like 20-minute one, and how he was working on the morning show, or not is it the newsroom on HBO? Is that the one? Yeah, and he wasn't sure if it was him. He's like, "You want me for the?" He first thought it was like the Michael Trucco part, and he's like, "No, the killer." He's like, and that's where he got interested, and he talks about being on set and like how he fit in and how things worked. Um, Getting the mask right, that was a thing talked about on these as well. Silent Witness, actor Michael Trucco on Hush. It's about a little 10-minute thing about how he came into it and how he began his relationship with them, and fitting into the part, understanding things, and really liking the material, things like that. Then we got One Good Scare, producer Trevor Macy on Hush. It's a quicker interview. He talks about how they came about in the project, loving it, supporting it, blah, blah, blah. Violent Strains, composers, the Newton brothers on Hush. They talk about trying to figure this thing out, understanding and everything like that. One Terrible Night, cinematographer James Neist on Hush, and he just talks about shooting the movie, how they had the natural location and getting that house. They rewrote the movie once they found the location to fit the location better and stuff like that. And talks about how au natural all the movie is. And the bonus features, I gotta give a 4.5 out of 5. Like I think if there would have been other things like deleted, this is a lean movie, so I'm pretty sure you see pretty much everything that they shot in the movie. I'm pretty sure you got everything plus some with this movie. You got the hush cut, you got the shush cut. You've got multiple commentaries. You can watch one of the commentaries. You got all these interviews. You got multiple audio tracks to mix around. So it's like a 5.5, or sorry, 4.5 out of 5. So this release, it's going to get a 4.5 out of 5 total. Let's go back through here. It's a 3.5 for the movie, 4.5 for the video, 4.5 for the audio, 4.5 for the bonus, and I'm 4.5 overall, which I know probably if you even them out, it's probably supposed to be a 4, but I honestly think this is the best version of Hush you're going to get. I don't think there's going to be better. I don't think there's going to be another. This is it right here. Shout Factory, Shout Studios, Scream Factory, done a wonderful job here. This is the definitive way to have Hush. It doesn't. If there was other things, they'd be here. That's why I'm convinced with this. This is one of my favorite releases of the year. Congratulations to everybody who worked on it, getting this movie and having get physical media version. Like I know Mike Flanagan's tickled. He's like, I can hold my darling movie again. So 4.5 out of 5. Pick up Hush. It's a great release from this year. I think they have a Boffo. I just got this is the standard version. I know they have special versions. I don't know if they're sold out or anything yet. I think there might be a steelbook, all sorts of things from them. So check out Shout Studios website store for how to order those. But this is one of the best releases of the year. Pick up Hush. You can do so using the Amazon link in the comments. Appreciate your watching. As always, more reviews to come. And a reminder, show's off next week, but you might see some reviews because I got some stuff sitting here. Got Silent Night, Deadly Night, Born on the 4th of July, stuff coming. So thanks for watching. Stay from positive.